How's it? Today is Tuesday, October 5th. Back squat, so it's some overhead press. And today was not very good. I went into today trying to do like 5 by 5 at 345, which is a 10-pound increase from last week. Is it a 5-pound increase? Whatever it is, it's a increase from last week, and it didn't go to plan. I was able to do one set of 5 at 345, and then everything after that was like really, really hard. So I ended up changing the rep scheme to 3 sets of 3 instead of 5 sets of 5. So essentially I did was one top set of 5 and then 3 sets of 3 at the same weight. Yeah, so that wasn't very good. Other than that, I learned something about the way I squat today that I thought I already knew. It's been a long time since I really thought about this, but if you watch the way my hips move, I don't necessarily break at my hip on these reps. You see here? My hips do push back a touch, but my knees are basically what is dictating where I'm moving and how I'm moving. And I think that is not the best way to have hip tension, which is my biggest issue. And so if I don't have hip tension, then sort of everything falls apart. It's not until the second set, I believe, that I figured that out. So here's my first set of 3. Yeah, you can see here I am kind of like, okay, it's around here where I realize like yeah, you see that big difference in that sort of starting position. I push my hips back there first, and the bar moves quite a bit faster. I'm leaning a little bit further forward, which is contributing to that hip pushback. But the way I used to squat in the past was I used to lean forward so that I could get that artificial, like a hip back angle. You know what I mean? If you lean your shoulders forward, eventually your hips have to compensate for that somehow. I think that now I should focus more on sitting back from the top. So sit back from the top with my hips, and then I think actually I'll be a lot better squatter. So let's see how it goes next week. I don't know what I'm doing next week. I don't know if I should try 345 for fives again. Maybe I can. I don't know. After that, I moved into my overhead press, which is customary on Tuesdays. Now that my elbow feels okay, going to 3 sets of 3 at 155. Not easy, but also not super hard, as is the case with most things that I do. I don't know if I'll be able to do 160 next week. Let's watch how this goes. Yeah, so like the first rep isn't that great, but the others after that are a little bit better, I think. Just the rep is hard, but overall, like it moves quite well, so maybe I can do 160 next week. That's going to be very, very, very close to body weight for reps, which is a very cool thought to have. After that, I did my body weight dips, just for my elbow health, and I guess my triceps and my shoulders, but mainly for the elbow. And then I pushed to weighted back extensions. I pushed to 70 pounds today, which is pretty heavy, but I think it's actually starting to feel like I'm actually moving weight. So I am pretty happy with the way that it's looking. But yeah, that's it for today. Aside from that learning hip back thing, I think today was kind of trash. But thank you for watching. Shoots.